Hello, this is me, Mihat. Today we are presenting the topic Starbucks and the organizational strategy, and we are going to look into the strategic analysis of Starbucks. So we have two members over here with me, Sharon and Jashandeep Kaur. So Jashan would take a start, and then we will go along with it. So Jashan, if you can start.
Hello, my name is Jashandeep Kaur. Portion which I am going to explain is the introduction about Starbucks. Starbucks is the corporation that is found in Seattle, Washington, 1971, and then it grows as being a coffee brand and a multinational coffee brand having a different outlets in different brand countries. And Starbucks is a premium brand coffee. When you think of having a coffee, everybody wants Starbucks. At first at Starbucks is actually 2024. They have a like 34,000 outlet around the world, and they are serving like millions of people. And also they are worth about like 124 billion of per 2023. It's performing very well in US, and it's also performing very well in the rest of countries, and also make 5.2 billion profit according to the Starbucks report in 2024. So in the next slide, as the slide shows strategic intent, performance, and market. So our strategic intent, Starbucks wants to be the world leader and a premium coffee brand. They have a mission to serve the best coffee and have the maximum market, and coffee industry. So they are the continuing improving their products and offering promotion and everything. They are doing quite good, and as these things working for the Starbucks, as they are expanding and making good money and good profit. They are performing good as their financial numbers are increasing every year. Starbucks had a good grip on American, Europe, Middle East, African, and Asian Pacific market. They show the market captured by Starbucks. So now my team member Mehad Khan continue from here.
Uh, so, as Jishan explained that it's a big brand in the coffee market. So, I will talk about the sector overview, like the way it's operating, what's the main competitors of the Starbucks. So, Starbucks basically compete in the coffee market, the industry in which the McCafe, Costa Coffee, McDonald's is also competing. But Starbucks has a huge influence, like it has a 40% of the American coffee industry under control. They have a good market gap there, and they have a huge footprint according to the Budget et al. 2016. So Starbucks produces like 5.2 billion profit in just the United States according in 2023, and it also has a very strong position in the coffee industry in 2024 as well. Further, I would talk about the Porter five forces framework that I apply on Starbucks. So why we use the five forces Starbucks? That's the first. Before I explain that, we use Porter five forces for Starbucks to analyze the competitive environment and understand the factors that influence its profitability. The framework also help assess the intensity of competition and the bargaining power of supplier and customer, the threat of a new entrance, and the threat of substituting products, guiding strategic decision to enhance the competitive advantage and market positioning. So from low to high, I start with the threats of a new entrance. The chances are very low because Starbucks is a huge company. They have a huge financial backup. So anybody who wants to start and get into the coffee business, they can be a coffee cafe, but they cannot be a Starbucks because Starbucks has a huge financial backup. They have served for more than a decade now, so people are aware of their quality and their brand awareness. It's a premium coffee brand. Everybody know that. And the bargaining power of suppliers. Starbucks provide a global support to their suppliers, which decrease the influence of suppliers over the supply. Like Starbucks influence the supply way more than the supply itself. So the bargaining power of suppliers is also low there. So bargaining power of the buyers, obviously, if buyers are those people who make and destroy the brands. So for Starbucks, a customer might go for some other options, or like to other coffee shops, or maybe they can buy something as from the competitors. But as compared to Starbucks, they have a strong, solid image in the market, and this reduce the buyer power to some certain extent. It has a people have loyalty with Starbucks. Threat of the substitutes, I say it's high because right now there's a lot of energy drinks that have the same level of caffeine that people require per day. So people might be replace coffee in their future. So Starbucks address this issue as well, because they diversify. They already enter into the market where they are providing the tea, snacks, and ready to drinks as well. Industry hourly, I'll say it's high because the coffee business is a bit competitive. The firms are leading constantly with innovation and growing. Starbucks also maintaining a good competitive advantage because they have some brand uniqueness, and they have exceptional customer services and strategic shop placement. Starbucks is everywhere, specifically the areas that Jashandeep mentioned, like the specific, the European market, the American market, and they have a good influence over there. So that's what's explained why I use 4 to 5 model, 5 forces more framework on the Starbucks, and what that explains. For that, I'll go with the pastel analysis for the Starbucks. And if we start with the P, the political pressure and the global trade policies, it's always there. Like if we say that you want stability in the labor laws, the tax policies among the nation, they play a bit significant role over there. Next is the economy. As everybody knows that there's inflation and the prices getting high, that's also going to distract the Starbucks profitability. And it's also impact the consumer behaviors and also the sales of the Starbucks as well. Next is the social, the marketing methods that obviously includes taste and the demand, supply of the coffee, and the culture trends. So a demographic, like a place to place or the urbanization, that a market impact can change. Might be the market impact change in the Asia, in the Pacific, in the American. Every place has a demographical existence with their own culture and taste, so it can vary from a place to place. Next is the technology. Starbucks technology is good, but they're also improving it by giving a best experience to the customers, by the telemarketing. Also, technology improves to have good supply chain management. Innovation is if where Starbucks is like investing, is good for them because in future it will help them against the competitors. Next is the environment. Obviously, Starbucks is huge, and so they have huge trash as well. So the trash management for them, and the sustainable and sourcing, prioritizing the environmental factors, they have to look after. So they have to look after the environment factor as well, and like the weather of somewhere might be change the availability of the beans for them, and the pricing of the beans, like it's a raw commodity for a coffee brand, so it can vary the environmental. Legally, Starbucks has to follow the international legal rules, which applies, and this is one of the most important factor, I believe, to being like in a competitive market. You cannot just undertake anything. You have to be aware of the legal policies, rules or regulations for the effective operations, if you want operations without any interruptions. So why I use this pastel analysis, that's come the next question after this. So pastel analysis on the Starbucks is to understand the external factors, the political, economical, social, technological, and legal, environmental. These are the factors that we understand that impacts the business operations on overall. and helping the company to strategically navigate challenges and identify their opportunities to growth and their innovation. Like I says that they can see the challenges here and they can also see the growth here. The challenges can be, like I said, in the social, the taste can be different, and the political, the policies can be different. Also there is a growth opportunity for them as well, which shows in the technological sector here in the pastel analysis. Next will be the ASNOF matrix. I would like to explain that in this 4 quarters here. So first one is the market penetration, like it's the existing product within existing market. So optimizing the reward scheme and the pricing method, like giving a discount on something, they can increase their sales and within the same existing consumers. The next is the existing market with a new product. That's a market development. So creating innovative coffee brands, like products and seasonal beverages as well there. The market development is like a new market with the existing product. So it can expand into different region where it has not expanded yet. And also they have established a new distribution channels over there. The last one is the diversification, like I says, innovation need in the technology as well as the method of selling as well. So diversification is the the new market and new product. So they can invest in new technologies and different I can say business strategies they use to sell those products as well. From here, my friend Sharon will take over, and she's going to start from the SWOT analysis. Sharon, if you can continue from here.
Thank you. So he just explained the strategies that we take. So we'll be looking at the SWOT, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats of Starbucks. So this is one of the strategies Starbucks use to and take advantage of most of the market, especially in US. So we talk about the strengths. We said they have a good awareness. People know, especially in Europe, they know about Starbucks. Anywhere they go, then they serve one of the best coffee. In the US, it is very popular, and people go for it. It's a thing that the people go for. So when you talk about the weakness, just talk about it's a premium product. Wherever you can find Starbucks, you know that it's Starbucks and it's premium. So it's high, and the market is high for it. But then the other coffee brands and the roadside coffee takes advantage of that to get their own market, because Starbucks coffee is expensive, while other brands go for low, while others are low. So another thing is the opportunity. Starbucks have opportunity to expand, especially in China. They're in Indian. So those are opportunities, and they can push ahead to expand in other African countries. Threats, the threats, while we're looking at about the research, in our research, we look at the threats of Starbucks. Starbucks has, it's moved by the money in the market. So take for instance, if there is COVID, if COVID hits the market, it will affect Starbucks. If the market is good, the Starbucks will be also good financially. So these are the SWOT analysis of Starbucks. Then we talk about the supply chain, the value chain, where Starbucks, because we know that it offer premium products. So they talk about how it's being sourced, the source their grain, they pick their grain, not just ordinary coffee, but they source a particular grain, and then they supply it to the operation, from the operation to the disbursement and down to the consumers. So that is how Starbucks operates from its supply chain. And then when it comes to the services, it attends to its customers. It relates to the customers, and then it helps the customers to build infrastructure. It's right from the infrastructure down to the human resources, the personnel, and then support the customers with technology and procurement of those fine grains of coffee that people take. So that makes Starbucks outstanding. Next slide, please. So we talk about the resources and the capabilities. So one thing that we research about is what makes Starbucks Starbucks. Is the resources, the tangible resources and the intangible resources. Talk about the network, its robust supply chain, its financial resources, and so on. So those make Starbucks great. And then the intangible resources is the branding. One of it is the branding, the loyalty of its customers, the loyalty to its customers also. So those are, if you look at it, those are those resources it has. Then it has the capability, the efficiency of the supply chain management, the high quality customer services, the innovation of its product. My colleague mentioned a lot of innovation that Starbucks have made, moving with the trend. So this and more makes Starbucks global, makes Starbucks outstanding, especially in the US where it has the biggest market. My colleague will take the conclusion. Thank you.
So this is the Starbucks sustainability business model. Because it's emphasizing ethical sourcing, environmental responsibilities, and a community participation. Starbucks' dedication to sustainability is demonstrated by an initiative such as the Coffee and Farmer Equity (CAFA) Cafe. Uh, Practices renewable energy investments they're doing to be a competitive in the market, and also the trash reduction programs to use less trash so that they can make the environment a bit green. And also long-term relevance and profitability for their business survival as well. This is the conclusion. They are the only point we're going to make here after analyzing all the strategies that they are in the solid position in the strategically, and they have a good brand equity and creative, and they have the brand uniqueness. So they should go accordingly. They are going. They should expand, and they should be providing a huge range of products as well, like tea, coffee, snacks, and everything. It also should prioritize the sustainability, innovation, and customer experience. We have put a reference in the next slide, and that's it from our side. Thank you very much.
Thank you.